Alright, day parents, we're on lesson 22, and today we are using the tape diagram and the read, draw, write strategy so we can solve multi-step word problems. And this is something that I tell the kids: if you set the tape diagram up, it will show what you know, the things that they gave you, and it'll also point out what's unknown, what they need to find in order to solve the problem. Okay, so let's get started. First, we're going to read the problem. Mia is an entomologist. She records the number of ants, beetles, and termites in part of a forest. She records 12,861 ants. She records 4,859 fewer beetles than ants. She records 5,589 fewer termites than beetles. How many total insects does Mia record? So I read it. Now when I reread it, I'm going to start formulating my tape diagram. That's like our blueprint on how to solve the problem. Okay, so Mia's an entomologist. That's just for information. She records the number of ants, beetles, and termites. So I can start now with labeling. Ants, it came first, and beetles, and then termites. Okay, so first it says she records 12,861 ants. That's very straightforward. So I know that goes beside my A for ants. Okay, then it says, and let me do a tape diagram. Next it says she records 4,859 fewer beetles than ants. So look what I'm going to do, and let me explain. I'm going to do it the same size as the ant, because it said 4,859 fewer. So I'm going to put right here, and I'm going to put fewer because we don't know how many beetles yet, but we know is 4,859 more ants than it is beetles. So I'm going to put fewer here, and I'm going to put is 4,859 fewer. Okay, so now let's figure out right now what the beetles are. Okay, and is 4,859 fewer, so I'm going to subtract those to see how many we have. So I'm going to do my 4 lines. I do these wiggling lines, one, to make sure that I keep my column straight, nice and neat. So 1, 2, 8, 6, 1. And then I'm going to subtract the 4,859 from that. Let's see what I get. I cannot take 9 from 1 because the number on top should always be bigger than the number on the bottom. So I go next door to this 6 and decompose it. And I take 110 away, so now it's 5. And now I have 11. Because I moved 110 over and 10, and there's already 1 there. So 11 minus 9 is 2. 5 minus 5 is 0. 8 minus 8 is 0. I cannot take 4 from 2. This 1 becomes a 0. And 12 minus 4 is 8. So the 8,002 is actually the amount of beetles that we have. And I'm always careful to put fewer here. Fewer reminds me that I need to subtract. Okay? So we have the amount of ants, we have the amount of beetles. Now we're going to our next sentence. She records 5,589 fewer termites than beetles. So I'm going to do my termites the same length as my beetles, and it's right here. Because remember, this is fewer. That's not how many beetles. This is how many beetles it is. So I'm doing the same length as it is the termites. But then I need to do a little dot, dot, dot. I'm going to put fewer. And it is 5,589 fewer. So let me find out how many termites we actually have. So again, I'm going to do my wiggly lines. That way they're not mistaken to be a 1 in a number. That's why I do the wiggly lines versus a straight line. So the total number of beetles is 8,002, and we have 5,589 fewer termites. Okay, the digit on top must be bigger than the digit below it. So 9 is bigger than 2, so I go next door. Nobody's there to borrow from. Nobody's here to borrow from, so I have to come all the way to the thousands place. And now we decompose 8,000 to 7,000, and we break that 1,000 up into 10 hundreds. And now we can borrow for our tens place, so we're going to break those 10 hundreds up into 9, and now I have 10 tens. Now I can borrow. Now they have 9 tens, and the 10 we have here, along with the 2 ones that's already there, gives me 12. And 12 minus 9 is 3. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 5 is 4. 7 minus 5 is 2. So I have 2,413 termites. Then the question says, how many total insects does Mia record? So I'm looking for my total over here. So let me do my wiggly lines here. So I have my 12,861. I have my 8,002 beetles. I have my 2,413 termites. So let's see how many insects we have in total. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 8 plus 4 is 12. 8 plus 5 is 13. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have 23,276 insects. So here's my right process. I'm restating the question that is asked at the end. There are 23,276 insects. Okay, now we're going to go to another problem. Because one of the key things to remember is they're sometimes get stuck in third grade mode where they do one process and that's all it is. But it's different, of course, with in fourth grade. So let's do this one here. So it says Park A covers an area of 3,837 square kilometers. Park A is 1,954 square kilometers longer than Park B. Park C is 2,108 square kilometers larger than Park A. And the question that is asking is, what is the total amount of all 3 parks? And then it says, is your answer reasonable, and explain. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to label. We have Park A, or I could have just simply did A, B, C. So Park A, Park B, Park C. So Park A covers an area of 3,837 square feet. So it told us how big Park A is. Okay, and I'm going to put a tape diagram around it. Okay, Then it says Part A is 1,954 square kilometers larger than Part B. So I'm going to do them the same. And then I'm going to go back because it's 1,954, and I'm going to put fewer. And then let me explain what I did. Here you could have also have done 3,837. Then I could have done a split here and put larger than 1,954. But I think to go in line with the kids, the course in which we're doing, to put fewer here so they'll know to subtract. Otherwise, they will assume, oh, well, Part B is 1,954, and it is not. Okay? So, Part B is 1,954 fewer than Part A. Okay? So, it goes hand in hand, whether it's fewer or more. So, let's do our lines. It's 4 digits, so I'm going to do 3 lines. So, 3,837 kilometers or kilometers, and is fewer, so I know I'm subtracting. Seven minus 4 is 3. I cannot take 5 from 3. I go to the hundreds place and decompose the 8. So now I have 7 hundreds. I break that 100 up into tens. So now I have 13 tens. 13 minus 5 is 8. I can't take 9 from 7. I decompose the 3,000 to 2,000. Then I move my 10 hundredths over here. So now I have 17. 17 minus 9 is 8. 2 minus 1 is 1. So that's 1,883. And that's how big, how many kilometers Part B is. 1,883. Then it says Part C is 2,108 square kilometers larger than Part A. So I'm going to do the same because it's the same size as Part A. And then it says is 2,108 larger than Part A. So I have to put this on here. And I will put larger or more. But I'd use larger because that's the context that they used it in. 2,108 more. Okay? So, what we were working on today, if Part C is 2,108 more than Part A, then what is this part here for Part C? Do I need to add anything for that part? No, I don't, because we know Part A is 3,837. Well, these are the same length. So Part B is 3,837, plus we know we have to add on this larger 2,108 to it to get our total for Part C. Okay, so we don't know Part C. We got to do some work there, so we're going to put the variable A there. That's an unknown there that we need to find. And then it says, what is the total area of all 3 parts? So now it is asking for us the total of all 3, A, B, and C, and we don't know that yet, so we're going to put variable B, and up under I'm going to put total, because that's what we're looking for. So we have to find 2 things in order to solve and complete this problem. Okay, so let's do Part C. There are 4 digits in the number, so I'm going to do 3 lines. I have 3,837, 2,108, and it's larger, that means I'm going to add. If it was fewer, I subtract it like I did earlier, but this is larger, so I'm going to add. And that was the main reason why I did not use larger. I chose to use fewer for this one, so they wouldn't make a mistake and try and add up top. Okay? 8 plus 7 is 15, plus 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. 8 plus 1 is 9. 3 plus 2 is 5. So Part C is 5,900 and 45 kilometers or kilometers. Okay, we're still not done because we have to find the total. Okay, so that means we have the total for Park A, we have the total for Park B, and now we have the total for Park C. So let's add all those up. There are 4 digits in each number, so let me do my 3 lines so I can keep them separated nice and neat and nice. So we have 3,837. We have 1,883. And we have 5,945. And let's add it. 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 5 is 15. We have 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. Okay, we have 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 8 is 26. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So our total is 11,665. So we need to rewrite what the question is asking, and the question says what is the total area of all 3 parks, and we will simply put the total for all 3 parks is 11,665. You put kilometers if you like. And this is how we are working our multi-step word problems using addition and subtracting. Okay, good luck on homework.